Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and I'm here on Partner Talks today with Adam Berezin of MS Dynamics World. Adam, say hello to the people and tell us a little bit about MS Dynamics World.
Sure. Hi, Rick. Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure. So I run MS Dynamics World, or MSDW as we call it, for 14 years now. We serve two functions in the Microsoft ecosystem. The first is that we're the largest news and info resource in the world for Dynamics Power Platform, Azure-focused content. And then the second function that we serve is providing very targeted demand gen programs to ISVs and partners all around the world.
Okay. And, what I love working, with your team is that, you're very focused. In your membership, it's a free membership. Anybody can join MSDW, but let's talk about who are MSDW members.
Sure. So as of this month, January 2022, we have close to 95,000 registered members, and these are people that have signed up. They consume content on a regular basis. We communicate with them directly, and the partners and ISVs that we work with communicate with them through us as well. The people within the organizations that use MS Dynamics World as a content resource are primarily those senior level executives. In fact, those actually comprise about 75% of our audience. And really the reason why we have that strategy, which we implemented, way back in 2008 when we launched, was because we had noticed that there was a lot of forums out there that were focused more on sort of the hard power users. And we wanted to get those business decision makers, a place to congregate and consume relevant content to their specific roles.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit more about 2021, and we worked together on some thought leadership panels. So why don't we do a little recap on our work in 2021?
Sure. So from an MSDW as a whole standpoint, we saw our largest growth ever in terms of working with partners and ISVs, in terms of site traffic, in terms of new member growth. And that, once again, consistently reiterates how important digital content has become, not just to our members, but also to ISVs and partners in terms of being able to push it out to very targeted groups of people in the Dynamics Power Platform in Azure space. Kind of a highlight on a company, as a company-wide highlight, is that we launched a news site called mscloudnews.com back in January of last year, which is exclusively focused on the Azure market. And we had always covered Azure on MSDW, but it's gotten to the point where it really deserves its own site. So we made that happen.
And we worked together last year on over 25 thought leadership panels. So let's talk a little bit about, what those thought leadership panels were and, some of the advantages over traditional webinar type events.
So we've always run traditional webinars where a partner and ISV, either has a slide deck or they're doing some type of an educational strategy focused presentation. What we wanted to do in 2021 is change the format around a little bit. So we partnered with Rick. And we launched something called custom panel events. And what those are is essentially a deviation from the traditional webcast presentation. And instead, they're more like webcast discussions where it's the sponsor alongside a group of experts moderated by Rick. And what the benefit is for the audience is that they're hearing all these different perspectives on a singular topic. And then the benefit for the partner or ISV sponsor is that they are aligned with all these experts. So in the eyes of our members, especially for companies that haven't worked with us before, it's really instant credibility. And another good thing about the panels too is that we've had a lot of success in getting people from Microsoft on the panels as well. So it really makes for a nice diverse group of people in each panel that we do. And in 2021, we ran about 25 panels, and those panels attracted close to 3,000 leads for sponsors. So from an initial test run, if you want to call it that, it was tremendously successful. And that's why we're planning to move full force and continue that moving into 2022.
And if I can comment on these panels, some of the content we created in 2021 on these panels was excellent, I'd have to say. We had some really high-level senior people from Microsoft. We had authors on here. We had experts, independent experts on these panels. So I think some of the content that we created is really world-class.
Absolutely. And what I noticed with a lot of the panel topics too is that they're not necessarily date specific, so they have a very long shelf life and they can be applied year after year after year, which I actually found is another benefit for the ISV and partner sponsors, because it's another piece of content that essentially is created for them that they can then use to market, on their own site or through internal campaigns. So there's lots of different uses for that particular piece of content.
And so I know in 2022 we've already got a number of these panels booked for this year, but we're also working on a new product. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So this is actually really exciting. And it's another joint collaboration between MSDW and RIC, and it's called the Partner Awareness Events or Partner Awareness Events. And essentially what it does is it's much different than a traditional webcast or a panel. And instead, it focuses on providing the business case to partners on behalf of a specific ISV about why the partner should care about that solution niche that the ISV occupies. So really, it's a much more structured presentation to partners about the market opportunity for them, how to recognize the specific solution need in their own clients to help their clients be serviced better. And then, in terms of the benefits from ISVs, there's lots of them, but it really allows you to kind of create this entire playbook for partners in order to better sell your solution or service to their own clients. So there's lots of different benefits. So that's a brand new program that we've launched actually just this week was the official launch. And we're really excited about getting that going. We think it's going to resonate really well with our partner members and in the ISVs that choose to sponsor an event.
And, I'm really excited about this new program we're working on together, but I'm also excited about, the whole growth of the dynamics market. And you hear numbers, it's growing 40 to 50% year over year. And I think really MS Dynamics world allows ISV and SI partners to really say, okay, I want to target other partners, or I want to target Dynamics end users and managers that make decisions, and how do I get my information to them? And I think MS Dynamics world is by far the most accurate sort of marketing alliance you can put together.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, and I appreciate that. One of the things when we launched MSDW, way back 14 years ago, it was always important for us to be able to provide very targeted content to specific segments of the Dynamics channel. And as a result of that, it allows ISVs and partners that work with us on the marketing side to target those very specific segments that they just want to reach. And it was very important for us to eliminate anything that we call fluff marketing, which is where you kind of just blast something out and then hope that somebody you happen to target sees it. We take a much more strategic and methodical approach because data is the key ingredient behind every marketing campaign that we run.
And I heard the comment last week that data is the new oil, right?
Absolutely, it is.
Data you have, and the better the quality of the data, the more valuable it is.
We're making some really cool enhancements to MSDW site-wide for members, but also for the ISVs and partners that use our lead gen programs. And for companies that use our lead gen programs, they're familiar that we have something called the vendor portal, which is really this massive thing behind the site, which has all this data about people that consume ISV and partner content. We've developed our own account-based marketing system, or ABM system, which next month is going to be layered on top of that vendor portal. So for our marketing clients, they'll be able to get that much more data about each lead that they have, where they are in the purchase cycle, and just tons of different additional data points that will help them to work closely with their prospects and keep them engaged. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. That we've got some other features, but I'll kind of hold off and wait to share those with you at a later date.
And I think MS Dynamics world, MSDW is kind of in the right place at the right time. So Adam, thanks for your interview today, and we'll be talking to you throughout the year about what's new and what's up and coming at MS Dynamics world.
Great. Looking forward to it. Thanks a lot.
Bye for now.